Hi everybody, welcome to this week's question and answer video. Hope everybody had a good weekend. So I'm answering everyone's questions from last week's video. Please go down below into the comment section, right down there. In the last video, I often get people asking me questions in videos I made weeks ago. I don't even look at those anymore. So just go down in the comment section, ask me anything you want, okay? And let me know what you think of my answer, please. Let me know if I missed it. Ask again. I didn't mean to. It wasn't on purpose. I try to answer everyone's questions. All I ask, please, if you could, if you haven't already, please consider signing a petition I made called Stop Narcissistic Online Bullying. It's at change.org/stopbullies, and the links are right down below, everywhere. Please just go tap it, sign it. It's everyone in the world. Thank you. And all I ask is that you guys ask questions and give your locations. Tell us where you are, please. Thank you. So Raul Rodriguez, the Healing Family from California again, hello. Have to comment on your new logo. It's so good that I have to say it in Spanish, LOL. Chingon logo there. Since I was a little girl, I love crowns, and my whole house is decorated with crown, and I have crown tattoos, so I'm extra loving it. It's clean, sleek, and to me represents royalty, which by far describes you for what you do. No. To help people all around the world, living example me. Thank you for the difference you make in this world. You are much loved by us for being the first one in our healing journey. When my little ones grow up, I will for sure be sharing what you mean to us to them. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you for commenting about my logo. I made a new one. The shield represents guarding us, right? We start protecting ourselves now. It's got a slash across the shield that says that we've been battle tested. Yeah, but we're still here. The crown to represent agency over yourself. The wings to say that you're free. Yeah. Thank you for your comment. I appreciate that. Oh, I said something back in Spanish. Eres una persona increíble. And don't ask me to speak anymore. You have a question. You recommended kids not having tantrums over 7-ish years old. I recommend that they don't. No, I recommend parents stop it. Correct me if I'm wrong, just trying to learn. My little one, 5, has been in a preschool setting since 18 months old. As you know, their father discarded us when my little one was 3. Never had issues at school until 3 months after the discard. He is angry, very angry. Both see a therapist since like 8 months. Good. His grieving is just anger. Slowly improving. Good. We have lots of behavioral and emotional charts, routines, breathing, techniques, tiny weights, stretches, etc. All you can think of. I just want your advice, thoughts, anything else I can do or add to help with his anger. I appreciate anything you can share with me, please. The best thing is he's talking to somebody. Yeah, and it's not all up to you. So it's someone else. With his anger, let him be spontaneous sometimes and just throw everything up in there and play. Things like that. Touch him often. Look in his eyes a lot and always listen to everything he's saying. Forgive him unconditionally. Always have a routine. Have punishments, but do it with love. Some other things I recommended here to you. I said you're doing great. You are. I'm really impressed. I am. Think about having other healthy adults that will show him what a man is, and a husband and a father. Listen to him, ask questions, keep explaining the facts to him with compassion. Okay? You're doing great. You know, so much pressure on parenting. It's not easy, it's hard. And the perfect parent makes lots of mistakes, but apologizes to the child and doesn't do them again. And teaches the child to do that too. Okay? Thank you for all your comments. Rose, how do they make you feel as though whatever you do, it's just okay at most? Or when you make a small mistake, they react as though you're a child who can't cope, while everyone else he knows are trying their best. If they are happy, you should be happy. If they are sad, you should react, but don't ask why. Yeah, emotional incest, yeah? No boundaries, emotional exploitation. You'll see this mostly with men with anger issues, right? You wonder why they don't blow up in front of other people, but just you. Well, you accept it. You accept it. If it keeps doing it. I mean, are you saying, please don't, at least? But it's an emotional exploitation. I can vent my emotions and you will take it. It's to someone else to transfer it. And it's stressful. It does transfer, doesn't it? So you don't exist, Rose. When you have someone that's a narcissist that really has that disorder, You don't exist. You're objectified. You're there just for them. It's their world. They don't see past their own fingers and toes. Okay? So everything is here to support me, to adore me, to stroke my ego, to give me lots of attention, because I feel so insecure I can't do it myself. I need you to do it all the time for me. So you can't have your own needs and wants and feelings and values and beliefs. No. It's all about them, Rose. So he's not grateful. Someone like this isn't grateful. I'm not so grateful for my cup. I'm grateful for people, what they do for me and the relationships I have and how much I love them, but not objects. He's not grateful for you, Rose. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. You don't exist. He doesn't meet your needs. It's not what you want. He makes you feel bad. He doesn't value what you value. He doesn't care about your beliefs. Where are you? Huh? You're there just to support him. And they will make you lose all of yourself. They will crush you and build you up the way they want you to be. Yeah? With nothing for yourself. Make a small mistake, they react as though you're a child who can't cope. Yeah, I mean, judgmental, angry, bitter, resentful, not grateful, not appreciative, nothing. That's it. And he's just showing you this, Rose. So that's what it is, okay? I would suggest that you start focusing on you. Stop reacting at all to him. Stop listening to him. Stop asking him questions. Stop giving him answers. Stop looking at him. Stop hanging out in the same room with him. Find yourself, Rose. Again, okay? Thank you. Victoria, San Francisco Bay Area. Hello, Victoria. If you're dealing with a stalker, that just won't leave you alone, and you're also dealing with a narcissist, that just won't leave you alone, what is the difference? Is one more dangerous than the other one? I don't know, Victoria. You're too general. If one person out of this group of millions does this, and one person out of this group of millions does this, I don't know. Narcissist won't leave you alone, and a stalker won't leave you alone. Too general. Victoria, how about you give me some more details? I asked for that, but I never heard back from you. Can you give me some more details about that? More specifics? Sherbert1777 Red. Please help. Can a borderline also have NPD? I'm from the UK. Yes. Yes. When it comes to psychological disorders, one doesn't cancel out the other. It's real simple. There's criteria, very distinct criteria for each disorder. And if they meet the criteria for it, they have it. That's it. That's it. If they meet the criteria for all 10 personality disorders, then they have all 10 personality disorders. Haven't heard that, but most I've heard is 3. That's it. 40% of people diagnosed with borderline are also diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder. Interesting. Huh? That's just what we know. That's just diagnosis. But I've just broken up with a male BPD. Usually pretty dangerous. Suffered everything from pocketing, violence, physical and emotional abuse, cheating, lying, gaslighting, smearing of me whilst with him. However, I'm the love of his life and his rock. He's also a heavy alcoholic and drug addict. I know my part, savior of the lost child. He resents me for speaking out, yet says he loves me, etc. Can he be both NPD and BPD? Yes, sounds like it. Yeah. Yep, he could have ASPD too. Could be a sociopath too. He could be a sociopath, narcissist, and borderline. I'm not saying he is, I'm just telling you. Yeah, meet the criteria, you have it, the disorder. You don't meet the criteria of the disorder to say, oh no, he's already got this one, so he can't have this one. No, doesn't work like that. It's that simple. He could have bipolar. He could have antisocial. He could have obsessive compulsive disorder. He sounds like he has drug addiction disorders. Probably has depression disorders. Probably, I bet you anything. He's got anxiety disorders, some kind, generalized, social. A mess. And these amplify, by the way. You don't just go, oh, he does this and does this. No, it's like times 10 when you have 2 personality disorders. It's really bad. You're high spectrum. And I'm very sorry for the way he treats you. And I hope you understand that you need to be there for yourself, not for this person anymore. I'm so sorry. There's help and support for you if you want it. I've helped hundreds. There's plenty of other people out there that can help you. And everybody can heal from this, but you aren't going to heal from it by being in it. We've got to end this relationship. He's been abusing you. And once people abuse you, the relationship is over. There's no fixing that. There's no coming back from that. There's no changing who I am. I beat people and treat them like a child, and I treat them like an object. And I meant child as a mistake. I objectify people, and and I abuse them and exploit them and use them. You think there's therapy for that? DBT, CBT, talk therapy, psychologists, some drugs, psychiatry? No. It's just who he is, and he's telling you this is what love looks like. This is how I treat the love of my life. You are my rock, and I use you and exploit you and abuse you. And when you believe that you are worthy of better, find someone. Step outside this relationship, ask for help, hire someone. I'm so sorry. Just know that this is wrong, this is abuse, and you can make it stop by leaving him. You can't control him. And there's help and support out there for you to help make it easier, okay? Willa from Jersey says, Rory, I love the new look as well. Great change, David. Thank you. Yes, my question was a bit broad. I have learned to disconnect from people I feel are no good for me, but it's still difficult. It takes time for me to totally release them. Sorry for the type error. I type from my phone many times. So you still didn't tell me. I'm just asking scenario. Like, how are you trying to release it? It's just too general. So you're trying to detach from people in general. I don't know what to say. Like your ex, you broke up and it's over and you're trying to detach from them. Or are you working with someone and you have to stay working with them and you don't want to be friends anymore and you're trying to detach from them? Are you in a toxic relationship that is so abusive and you're trying to detach from them to make sure that you can get out safely? I don't know, Willa. So I'm just going to guess one. And if it's not right, just tell me. Can you? Can you please tell me what you mean? Ways that we can disconnect from people, detach from people, is stop being emotionally invested. Stop investing your time and your space. I can't be more clear than that. You keep looking at their social media over and over again. That feeds obsession. No? Don't invest. Stop investing. It's so hard to walk away from things that we invest in. And so we have to be able to invest in things and not have expectations that we meet each other's needs. We reciprocate that. So we didn't do it all for them. Makes it harder to walk away. Things that we can do is keep them out of our life. Don't want to see them. Don't want to have any of their belongings around us. This is something that we can fool pretty easily. And this can get stuck on something that we are ready to move on from. And there's things that we can do to say, hey, it's over. We could write a letter and tell them it's over, never contact me again. Kind of hard to have hope after that, isn't it? Seems to be the hardest thing I can get anybody to do. But we can get rid of their belongings. We can get rid of their messages, text messages, emails. We can get rid of their photos. Who wants to be reminded of this? Yuck. We can get rid of their gifts they gave us and their cards they gave us. And we can totally change our life. So it's like a whole new chapter, right? Imagine if we moved to a new city and got a whole new wardrobe and got a whole new makeover and had whole new friends. And imagine, right? Can you kind of see that home? We can do that at home. You can do that with your appearance at home. You can do that, with yourself. You can do that with your home. And you can take down stuff and move things and bring in colors and form new relationships, stuff like this. Understand our experiences so our brain isn't stuck on them. Yeah, things like that. Does that help, Willa? Is that what you're talking about? Let me know, please. Thank you. Good to see you. Douglas from Midlands, England. West Midlands, England. Hi, Douglas. My partner of over 4 years was misdiagnosed as bipolar in her home country. Here in England, doctors were happy there is no signs of this at all. She has suffered much trauma in past, but in last year began showing signs of traits that could be similar to mild borderline, or maybe narcissistic traits. Even mentioning subject causes an extreme reaction, but I'm learning how to avoid triggering her. I like to ask, is there any other possible stress-related issues that can mimic BPD? Here in UK, trying to get help and support or even advice is not very easy, and I just want to do whatever I can to give her reassurance. She doesn't seem to have a support network. Thanks. there's similar disorders like CPTSD. Back in the day, before CPTSD was acknowledged as a different disorder, many people are misdiagnosed with bipolar and borderline that have CPTSD. CPTSD is a form of PTSD. It's the worst kind. It might be one of the worst, could be the worst diagnosis you could ever have. C stands for complex, repetitive trauma, lifetime. Douglas, I just want to ask you, who's trying harder? Who's trying harder to get help, her or you? Stop trying. Let her do it. Okay? Support are things like, I give you a ride. Everything's going to be okay. It's not finding a doctor and finding a diagnosis and setting an appointment and paying for it and taking them there. And that's usually what happens in these situations like this that I see. I say CPTSD, but it wouldn't explain borderline traits. It wouldn't explain narcissistic traits. It wouldn't explain, extreme reactions to subjects. I mean, it is, but it just seems so intense. You're learning how to avoid triggering her. No, Douglas. No. Nope. You're learning to lose you. Is what you're doing. We don't learn to avoid triggering people in our lives. Fuck that. How about no triggers? Go get some goddamn help. If you have triggers, go get help. Stop bothering other people with them. Making everybody walk on eggshells and I can't say this, can't do that. My tone of voice can't look over here. No, How about you just go get help? Way easier than trying to control everyone around you. Because that's what it sounds like. This doesn't smell good, Douglas. This doesn't smell good. Why don't you just let her worry about her mental health and you worry about yours? And if she wants to ask questions, she can come on here and she can ask questions on my Q&A. Okay? It's nice that you care. It's beautiful, lovely. But there's not much you can do. She can only do it. Okay? Thanks, Douglas. Let me know if I answered your question. Rory from Ohio. Hello, Rory. A comment from Sherbert mentioned something I've never heard of, pocketing. I just read that, yeah. So I looked it up. It's when someone has compartmentalized you, has secrets, you're only able to see bits and pieces of their life. They want you to. They control the narrative. Some examples would be they are married, won't introduce you to family, don't want you on social media. Could you please talk about this? Maybe even do a video on pocketing? A big thank you to Sherbert for bringing this up in their comment. Thanks, David. Yeah, I'll do a separate video about it. It's simply lack of commitment. And when you have really narcissistic, borderline men, I'll see this with women too, but it's just lack of commitment. Commitment's, very important. Yeah. And we don't meet each other's needs until we're committed. No, we don't. And we don't commit to someone until we know that they match our values. Things like this. And then once we commit, we tell them our terms. Very, very wide out in the open. But with people like this, very shifty, huh? No, you can't come over. No, you can't stay here. Oh, my friend this, my friend. You know all about their friends. You never met them. You know about their family. Never met them. Can't go over there. They're not accepting you. They're not committed. Period. Someone like this is going to cheat. And when they're done with you, they're going to ghost you. Simple. Pocketing. There's forms of like isolating our targets and stuff like this. But this one is just simply, I'm going to keep you out of my life entirely. Compartmentalize is a good word. You are in my life for this and this only, and you don't get anything else. I'm not committed to you. And yes, you'll see this with cheaters, big time. And if you feel like someone's doing that to you, I'd be very suspicious they have another life. That's very psychopathic. JR from Tennessee. Hi, JR. I've never been in a relationship with a healthy woman. I'm sorry. At least you're young. And I might never be. But that's okay. Beautiful. I'd rather be single than in more relationships like I've already been in. I'm not looking for a relationship. I just need a long break from even talking in depth to any woman. Thanks for all the advice. I appreciate it. All of it. You're welcome. Thank you for telling me, JR. That's a good sign. You're in good company when you're by yourself. That's good. Really, really good. We don't need people. We need society. We need ourselves. Yeah? And we have emotional needs we have to meet for ourselves. And it's really nice to add some extra people and have relationships with them too, and meet their needs and they meet ours. But JR, good attitude. Stay single for a little while. There's a reason. We don't have to worry about who's attracted to us. We worry about who are we attracted to. Start figuring out the kind of person you want in your life. Know it really well and be that person. Thanks, JR. Is that it? That's it. That's all the questions, guys. Thank you very much. Please consider thumbs up, subscribing to the channel, ask questions down below. Share your own examples of some of the questions that we've had and seen here. Let me know what you think of my answers. Let me know if I missed them. And keep asking questions about the same question if you want. Get to know more and more about it. Thank you, all of you, for supporting this video and my channel. Thank you. Love yourself first, guys. Bye-bye.